Hi Virgo, this is Tisch Aitken, and this is your monthly report for the month of May. This is a very busy month ahead, so let's dive in. To begin with, at the end of April, Pluto, which is the planet of death and renewal, stationed retrograde on April 27th at 24 degrees and 48 minutes of the cardinal earth sign of Capricorn. And you feel that energy 5 days before and 5 days after. And this can bring major endings and change and turning points. It can sometimes be violent or very angry in the energy. It can, cause volcanoes, literally and metaphorically, and eruptions. So it's a time of high intensity. And at the beginning of May, there are 3 personal points transiting in the fixed earth sign of Taurus, as well as Uranus, which is an outer planet of ingenuity and chaos. So there are 4 planets transiting in Taurus in your house of higher learning and education, promotion, and publicity. This is an excellent time for taking webinars and workshops, teaching, writing, publishing, and learning how to market yourself in an even better way. Because in the age of Aquarius, the next few years, the acceleration of how we're going to use different platforms to promote ourselves is going to be exponential in how it's going to build and build. So this is the focus. And on May 2nd, Mercury forms a beautiful trine to Pluto. And this is good for doing creative work. It could be good potentially for romance for you because Pluto is transiting in that area of the chart, and it's excellent for doing investigative work and research. On the 3rd of May, Mercury squares Jupiter early in the day, and this gives us all a preview of the fact that Mercury is going to be in Gemini starting later in the day on May 3rd until July 11th. That's for more than 2 months. Mercury rules your sign and it rules Gemini in astrology. So it loves being in Gemini. And this is going to bring all forms of networking, and socializing, and writing, and communication, and focus on the local community. And for you, you're going to have Mercury touring at the top of your chart in the house of life goals and career and public image until July 11th. So this is an opportune chance for you for really focusing on how you can improve your career, learn more, pitch ideas, network, and work with this energy. A lot of work for you the next couple of months. And you like to work and you work hard. And realistically, the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction that occurred on the winter solstice and marked a new 20-year vision occurred in your house of work and daily routine. Each of us has to upgrade how we do things in the new age of Aquarius. It's a time of new beginnings and fixed change. And for you, it is in your routines and daily habits. Now you have the planet of communication bringing all forms of opportunity the next couple of months, and reassessment when Mercury does retrograde at the end of May. On the same day, on May 3rd, the Sun squares Saturn in the sky, and that's a reality check for all of us of what we need to work on and improve. On May 6th, Venus makes a beautiful trine to Pluto. That is very romantic energy and very creative. Could be good for love affairs for you, but also very good opportunities for financial endeavors and creative projects. And on that day, the true node of fate forms a beautiful sextile to Chiron, the wounded healer. And Chiron is transiting in your house of transformation and healing. So there's very nice energy on the 6th. On the 8th of May, Venus enters the sign of Gemini, where it will be until June 2nd. Now you've got the sun, Now you have Mercury, the planet of communication, and Venus, the planet of love and beauty, transiting at the top of your chart in your house of career. When Venus tours at the top of your chart, it's good for dealing with other people. It's good for partnering with others. It's good for making a good impression because that is your house of public image. And it's good for negotiating deals. On May 11th, there is a new moon that takes place at 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And that new moon occurs at 21 degrees and 18 minutes of the fixed Earth sign of Taurus. And this new moon is a very manifesting new moon. The moon is exalted in Taurus, so it's a great placement. It occurs in your house of hopes and manifesting and teaching and promotion. And the moon also makes a very helpful aspect to Pluto, the planet of empowerment and transformation. If you're manifesting romance, if you're manifesting learning, whatever you want to manifest, this new moon is occurring in your house of hope. So really work with that energy. Last month, the new moon was very potent, but it squared Pluto. In this case, it's forming a beautiful trine to Pluto. On the day of the new moon, Mars squares Chiron, the wounded healer. And Mars is transiting in Cancer, in your house of friends and groups. So there may be potentially some issues that flare up with friends, but it also gives an opportunity to heal those matters. And Mars is also working in harmony with Uranus and Taurus, and this can bring a lot of innovation on that new moon. On the 13th of May, there's a really big deal because Jupiter, which is the grand benefic, enters the sign of Pisces, and it'll be there until July 29th. I have never seen Jupiter transit an entire sign and enter another sign for a few months and re-enter the previous sign, but we will this summer. That will happen next year as well. And for you, Jupiter in Pisces is in your house of relationships and love relationships, business partnerships, friendships, whatever you want to expand. Jupiter brings a lot of opportunities. So if you're single, this is an excellent time for meeting new people and focusing on new ways to expand your options, networking. That is the theme of the age of Aquarius. And with Jupiter in Pisces, it's such a beautiful placement. It will bring a real renaissance, I feel, for the artists and musicians and creative types. And for you, so much communication with Mercury transiting at the top of your chart for a couple of months and Jupiter expanding your options to connect with other people in every way, forming more community and connection, new friendships, and certainly if you're single, great new relationship and romantic opportunities, and for existing partnerships, bringing a lot of good fortune. So this is a really nice energy and a huge shift in the middle of the month, and one that I've never seen before. So it's kind of exciting. On May 17th, the Sun forms a trine to Pluto, and this is really good for feeling empowered in what you want to achieve and get accomplished. On the 18th of May, Venus forms a sextile to Chiron, the wounded healer, and this is good for healing issues around your finances and around your professional goals. On the 19th of May, Venus forms a trine to Saturn, and this helps to bring more commitment to your relationships and to solidify that what you're working on professionally. On the 20th of May, the Sun enters the sign of Gemini, where it will be until June 20th. And now you have 3 planets transiting in your house of career. Very busy month for you, but also a lot around relationships, a lot of emphasis on career as well. On the 21st of May, the Sun squares Jupiter. It can bring a lot of action and a lot of just a very busy day, but an optimistic one, I feel. On the 22nd of May, Mercury squares Neptune in the sky, and that could bring deception or miscommunication. Maybe there are challenges at work, but it's a good day for doing manifesting work, because in order to really manifest, you have to believe it's possible, and Neptune rules the imagination. On the 23rd of May, Saturn stations retrograde at 13 degrees of Aquarius, and this occurs in your house of work and daily habits and routine, and it will retrograde for several months and will station direct in October. So this is an emphasis and an opportunity for you to focus on how you can be more productive in your time, in your habits. Are you taking enough care of yourself? We're in such a busy time. You are a sign that is very centered on health and nutrition and healthy habits, but in the time we're in, and it's such a busy and fast-paced world, it's important to reanalyze how that's working for you. So really figuring out if you're taking care of yourself and how you can be more productive in your work. On the 26th of May, we have a lunar eclipse that takes place at 7:14 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 5 degrees and 26 minutes of the mutable fire sign of Sagittarius. And this occurs in your house of home and family. Now, this could bring completion to projects you've been working on at home. If you have your own home business or you own your business, maybe there's something that you're bringing form to. There could be issues with family members and relatives and real estate potentially, because that is the area of the chart that it's falling in. But eclipses are wild cards, and they bring a sense of activity, a lot of life changes for people, often in a very unexpected way, and they can be very revealing. They make us see things in a way that we've never seen them before. So we know that at the end of May, really the whole month of May, we're in eclipse season building up. Now on May 26th, we have that lunar eclipse. On the 29th of May, Mercury stations retrograde at 24 degrees and 41 minutes of the mutable air sign of Gemini. And that's another energy that you're going to feel very strongly, because Mercury rules your chart and it's retrograding in your house of career and accomplishment. Probably a lot of people will resurface in your life from many different walks of life, but maybe old co-workers or bosses, or perhaps you're confronting old projects you were working on and dealing with that. Maybe you're revising things you've been working on. Excellent opportunity to do so. And on the 31st of May, Mars forms a trine to Neptune, and that is good for you for relationship opportunities and for creative work. It's a busy month. We have Jupiter changing signs. We have both Saturn and Mercury retrograding, and it's a busy time for all. And I wish you a lot of luck, Virgo, a lot of communication, and a lot around partnering. Take care.